Hey, Kyler, so much has gone into this playoff appearance to get into this point. How do you kind of stay in this moment, not make too much of it and seize it on Monday night?
Uh, I think this is as a competitor, this is as big as it gets. I mean, it's the playoffs. Um, this is what you dream of. This is what you live for. It's what you play for. The opportunity to go win a Super Bowl. So I mean, there's no shying away from it. Like I said, this is something you dream about as a kid. So to be able to be in the situation now and you know be in it, doesn't get much better.
Kyler, Chase just said a bit ago that he feels like everybody's amped up, like he's amped up, like he was watching some reruns of old NFL playoff games the other night. Do you feel a difference this week? Do you guys feel it in the clubhouse on the practice field?
Yeah, I was talking to him about that. I have actually been doing the same, just because as a kid, you don't really realize or understand how you know. The magnitude of the playoffs, and then as you get older, you start going to college, and you start realizing, then this is and the closer you get to that level, you start to realize, it's a big deal, and the impact it has. But like I said, now that we're in it, you definitely feel a sense of urgency around the building. To try not to make this our last week coming up here. So I think the guys are excited, ready to go.
Hey, Kyler. Yesterday, Cliff told us that he expects you to have your best game of your career on Monday. Just wanted to get your thoughts on, having a head coach say that about you before probably your biggest game of your NFL career.
I mean, he knows. He's watched me for a long time, so I mean, he knows. Kind of my mental as far as big games or just the game in general. I eat, breathe, and sleep football. So for like to be in a situation, all I can do. I'm excited about it. There's no fear. There's no nerves about playing at a high level. It's just you just got to go out there and execute the plays, and be yourself. So like I said, I cherish this moment. I understand, and I'm excited for it. So.
Next up, Bob, Darren, and Josh.
The defensive line of the Rams kind of was all over the place against you guys the last time you met, and I know how disruptive they can be. The first game they weren't so much. What are you expecting out of your line versus that line?
I mean, yeah, they got big name guys that are big time players that have played in big games. And as a competitor, these are the games you got to step up in and make plays and execute. I mean, like I said, there's no shying away from this. We know who we're playing. We know the caliber of guys that got over there, guys that can wreck a game, and we gotta match the energy and be ready to play. There's no way around it. To get to the Super Bowl, you gotta beat everybody. So. It just so happens we have to play the Rams first, and we understand. Yes, they have a great D line. Yes, they get after the passer. We gotta play well.
Tyler, you given your success every level that you've had and playing in big games like this, it feels like that's just always been part of your personality. There are guys that don't embrace some of this stuff as much as you seem to. Has that just always been your personality, no matter what level it was, to kind of really get excited and be above the nervousness of a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a kid, you every level you have your big games, and you just kind of grow with the nerves. You kind of as a pee-wee, you get nervous. Middle school, you start to understand what it is. High school, it just keeps going and going. The higher the level, the bigger the games are. So, and me personally, I always want to be the greatest. You have to play well in these games. Otherwise, nothing. You're just not going to be looked at as that guy. So, I understand the responsibility I have, for this team, to go out there and play well. But no, I'm not pressed or anything like that. I understand. I'm gonna be myself at all times. But no, I definitely look forward to playing in big time games.
Hey, Carl, I have two for you. The first one is you talked about your mental. How would you describe your mental in big games? Like, is it different than regular season games or other games? And then my second question is it nice for you to be back on a stage like this after not having that type of success for the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think it's natural, for big games to, have a different feel. I mean, they are what they are for a reason. Compared to maybe, a regular season year, a game that doesn't match up to, whoever you're playing or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, it's the playoffs. It's Monday night in LA. I don't. We're the only game on TV. I don't know how you cannot feel a certain way about it or be juiced up about it. I was raised that way. You got to show up when the team needs you. So again, it's on us. We got to go out here and prepare well this week and go out and execute on Monday. There's nothing else that really needs to be said about it.
Next up, Mike, Dana, and Kevin.
Tyler, since Hop went down, Zach Ertz has been targeted. Cliff said that, you got a trust factor with him. What does he provide in the passing game?
I mean, he's just a comfort level. It's crazy. You go back and watch it. I think, he's always open. I don't know how. I don't know why, but he literally is. If I go back and look, I threw the ball the other way. If I go back and watch Zach, 9 times out of 10, he won his route. So, he's a savvy guy who knows how to get open. Knows every defensive coverage, known to man, and he's a great teammate.
Tyler, last time you played the Rams, it was on a Monday night a month ago today, and you basically is there some sense of wanting to redeem yourselves now that you're in the playoffs and the feat itself and going up against the Rams on the road since you split with them in the regular season?
I mean, I don't really pay attention to the past. I leave it in the past. None of those games really matter at all. Looking forward to Monday. We'll be there in LA on Monday.
All right, we'll finish it up with the last three. Darren, Kent, Howard.
Obviously, you don't know exactly what the health is going to be of Chase and James going into this game, but you guys have leaned on them quite a bit. What would it mean to you guys if you could have both of them available, which unfortunately you haven't had that a lot of down the stretch?
Yeah, I don't even know the last game. I don't even know the last game we had them. But.
You had them both for Detroit, but that was it in that last half of the season.
No, I mean it's something we've had to deal with. We've had injuries, unfortunate ones, where you're missing some of your best players, but a lot of these guys have stepped up and carried us to this way. Now we're in the playoffs, and to have both of them back would definitely be crucial for us. Two guys that everyone knows they can count on, and have the 100% trust in to get the job done. So, I'm pretty positive, or I'm pretty sure, if they are out there, they'll be 100% ready to go. So.
You mentioned you were raised for big moments like this and have had a few. How was that done exactly? Did you remember something your mom or dad told you, or how do you train for moments like this?
I was always raised on win regardless. No matter what, we don't lose. Whether it was a race, whether it was like I said, chess match, getting first chair in the band class, it didn't matter what it was. That's just the way I was raised. And then to go back, I grew up in a sports family. Everybody played football, baseball, basketball. So I knew every player. I knew what they wore. I knew their number. It did everything about them. So for me, watching that growing up, I always wanted to be like the guys that everybody watched. And they were usually the best players. And usually played the best in the big time games. So that's if you want to be that guy, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to be. So,
Kyle, you talked about James and Chase. but also how hopeful are you in terms of the passing game, what he can do if Rondale can get out there again, and knowing all the different ways that he can help this offense be more productive.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a he's a matchup guy that not a lot of people, you can't really deal with him as far as you get him in space. I like him pretty much against anybody. Not to mention, I mean, he can run routes, he's fast, he can do it all. But I'll be excited though for sure with him out there.